Hi class. I wanted to let everyone know that I have gotten all the grading done and up to date. I am sorry I was so far behind between having a hurt arm and going on vacation. It was just a mess, so please forgive me for that. You are now caught up and up to date in all of the grading. Let me talk about a few things that I've seen just to kind of let you know where I stand. As you already know, I'm really into having headings, having organization. But it's also about a logical flow to your paper. Like, I really want to see where you're coming from, where you're going, how the paper is shaping up. All of those things are really important. Um, and I think most of you have done a really good job with that, but there are some things that I noted that I wanted to point out. First of all, synthesis requires the use of multiple authors to create a new idea from those authors. So you're taking authors and combining them together to create something new. Synthesis is not just listing a couple of authors in a paragraph. You really want to pull things together. What did 3 or 4 authors say about organizational culture, and then how does that compare to what others have said about strategic thinking? Or can you combine them together? Maybe one author does talk about both of them. How does that work with Shine? Does Shine agree? Does he disagree? That kind of thing. When we're talking about using work from citations, you want to make sure the citations support you. You don't want to be talking about something without citational support. So just be sure when you use facts, any kind of facts in your paper, that you have a citation for them. Research papers should be mostly research. Now, for this paper that this week, you were really reporting on your organization. So I wanted to see the research used to back up what you were reporting on. But I did know it was okay for you to have a lot of unsupported sentences because you were talking about your organization. But within that, I'd like to see a little bit of research setting it up. So this is what's happening in my company. This author talks about that issue and says this. My company's not doing that, or is doing that kind of thing. So just keep that in mind. What else? Format is really important. Make sure that your headings are formatted properly. Make sure that there's no extra spaces in your paper. Make sure that your references, the first line comes all the way over to the margin. The next lines are indented. You do that in the ruler by setting the little tabby things. The top one you slide over, the bottom one you slide over 1/2 inch, and then all of your references will be set up in the proper format. When you're referencing websites, you need to know the format of a website reference. If there's no author, then the first thing in the website reference is the title of the page, then the year, and that year is often a copyright date, so make sure you look for the copyright. Then you want to say the website name, and then you want to say retrieve from, and then the web address. Don't use a date for retrieve from. That is from an older version of APA. I do really enjoy all the conversation everyone is having in the discussion boards. You guys are really supporting, guys and gals are really supporting each other well, and I appreciate that. I'm reading everything and trying to stay involved as much as I possibly can. So you're going to see probably a little bit more involvement. But if I'm not commenting directly on your discussion board in the live forum, then I will give you comments in your feedback. So make sure you're reading your feedback in the gradebook. Let me know if you have any questions. Going forward, I made a few minor changes to the assignment for week 6 just to make it a little bit more clear about what you're creating a plan for. You're creating a plan for an organizational initiative. We're going to have a class about this in week 5, which is coming up. So I'll do a collaborate session. Let me know, email me to let me know days and times that are best for you. Okay, have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll talk more next week.